Hi, my name's Diane Hopkins, and this video is about how to turn your one-on-one coaching work into an online course. So many coaches get to a point in their business where they've either gotten full with all one-on-one clients and they realize there's nowhere to grow, they can't see everybody, right? Or they just are really excited about offering what they have to share with a bigger audience, and they want to really kind of expand their business so they can get different types of income streams, different types of opportunities, and move beyond just the one-on-one model. So if this is you, you'll be now facing the question of, okay, so I'm confident in what I do one-on-one, but how do I actually translate that into an online course? So there is a bit of a gap between what you do one-on-one and teaching that in a course. So this video, I'm going to take you through 7 steps to go from being a confident one-on-one coach to having a course ready for launch. The first step is to brainstorm your course topics. Now, as a one-on-one coach, there's probably more than a few topics that you could create an online course on, right? But it's really important to pick the best one for right now, just to get your momentum going and to actually start creating and stop thinking about all the different possibilities. So what you want to do is brainstorm all the topics you think you could create a course on right now. And now the right topic is going to be one that is in strong demand from your audience and people that you work with, and also one that you feel like you've really got so much content, you almost like would have trouble like narrowing it down what you could teach. Now that's a really good sign that that's something that you could teach an online course when you've almost got too much to cover rather than not enough. So save those topics that you're kind of like a little bit iffy on, but you feel like you'd love to do in the future. Save them for the future. Focus on the one where the demand is from your audience, and also you just have a lot to share. The second step is to get clear on what your course really looks like. So now you've got your topic narrowed down, you want to actually create a bit of a vision of how you're actually going to deliver that course. So you need to think about, is it going to be an evergreen course, so something that people can take at any time of the year and do it by themselves in their own pace? Or is it going to be a live intake where everyone starts at the same time and they go through the journey together as a group? The other thing you need to think about, is it going to be, how many weeks are you going to be delivering this course? How many modules of teaching are you going to share with people? Is it going to be videos? Is it going to be handouts? Is it going to be exercises? Is it going to be all do it yourself? Or is there going to be some sort of interaction with you as a teacher? You also want to think about the platform you're going to use. Are you going to use an external platform like Teachable or one of the other many platforms available, or are you going to embed the course on your own website? These are some of the questions you need to get clear on in the early stages of designing your course, so that it's going to make it much simpler and easier for you to create content. The third step is really important. It's about reviewing your coaching expertise. Now, before you get into the nitty-gritty of actually creating videos and exercises for your students, you want to actually make sure you're creating those on the right things. So you want to review what you're really good at as a coach. What do you get the best feedback on? Is it your ability to motivate people? Is it your templates and exercises? Is it your kind and listening voice on the other end of the phone? That you want to really work out what it is you actually do best, and also what you can actually translate into an online course. And that's going to tell you a lot about the type of online course you're creating too. So if people really love your one-on-one, like empathetic ear, then you might want to design some ways that they can still get some of that in your online course. For example, you could have some live group coaching calls once a month, so that people can do some work on their own and some work getting some feedback from you. If you're a great motivational coach, then you want to see, it's like, I can get some exercises and maybe have a live Facebook group so that I can really help motivating people along while they're learning. So you want to make sure you take the best parts of what you already do and see how they can actually still work when you're in an online course and you're not kind of in a one-on-one working with people. The fourth step is to research your ideal audience for your course. Now you need to think about, is it the same type of people that you teach one-on-one in your coaching work, or is it a smaller subset that maybe just deal with a certain type of issue? It's really important when you're designing an online course, because obviously when we're coaching people one-on-one, we can adapt. We can adapt our style of how we work with people. We can adapt what stage they're at, so what sort of exercises and advice we give them. But when you're delivering an online course, everyone gets the same information. So you can see why it's really important that you have a very defined audience. So you need to understand who that person is and where is their starting point and what do they want to achieve. So you want to then design the course that starts people where they're already at and then takes them on a journey to get to their goal. But you need to know where they're at first so that you don't jump in too advanced or you don't start too basic for them. The fifth step is to choose your delivery mode. So now we've been talking about knowing your coaching expertise and how you can translate it. You really want to start deciding on how you're actually going to deliver the course. So is it going to be in videos or audios? Are you going to have some handouts to go with it? Is it going to be fully self-paced, do-it-yourself kind of course? Or are you going to have some live calls? Or are you going to record some live videos for your participants when they send in questions? What kind of interaction do you want to have with the people taking the course? Is it an information product that they just do by themselves? Or do you want to really go on the journey with them and offer them a higher value from your course? The sixth step is to create your course materials. Now, before you want to create your videos, your handouts, anything you include in your course, you want to make a bit of a plan so you know how much time you need, and so you can start thinking about when you can launch your course. So look at your existing materials. You've probably already got a lot of handouts, exercises, maybe you've got meditations, things you already give your one-on-one clients. So write down a list of those things and see what you can include so you don't have to make something again. You don't need to reinvent the wheel here. The next thing you want to do is write a list of all the new materials that you need to create. And out of that list, you want to see if there are things that you can outsource or get help from other people. For example, if it's editing videos, maybe you have a friend or a virtual assistant, or you need to hire someone to help you with that process. The seventh step is getting ready to launch. So this is when you set a really realistic launch date for your course so you can start marketing it. So now you know exactly what you're creating, who you're creating it for. You can plan ahead and decide on that date. You want to also think about marketing your course. How are you going to market it? You're going to market it to your existing list? Are you going to do some interviews or podcasts to try and grow your list? What sort of materials do you need? Do you need to think about planning ahead for a webinar a month prior to your course launch or 2 weeks prior to your course launch to start showing people what it is you have to share so that they're much more likely to sign up? So this is when you get your calendar out and get really creative about all the ways you can engage and reach out to your audience, and think about all the time you're going to need so you can plan it out appropriately. Remember, creating content for a course and or marketing, both those things tend to take a lot longer than we think. So you want to be realistic about a time frame, but you don't also want to put it off and be a perfectionist about how much time you really need to create those things. So pick a nice realistic date that gives you a bit of a cushion so you have plenty of time to create all your course materials and your marketing, and then you're ready to start creating. So today I've gone through the 7 steps that you need to do to turn your one-on-one expertise into an online course. I really want to encourage you now to commit to that first step, because the first step is often the hardest to take. And once you actually have that online product, imagine how amazing it's going to feel to know that when your one-on-one clients want more from you, or maybe they can't afford your one-on-one service, or they want to keep working with you, that you have other products and programs that you can refer people to. And that's going to create much more diversity and much more flexibility for your business as you move forward. So click on the link below to get access to my course planner, which sets out all these 7 steps in much more detail and goes through all the questions you need to ask and answer in the process of creating your online course. Hey, this is Diane Hopkins. Thanks for watching. If you're a coach, passionate entrepreneur, or aspiring thought leader, make sure you've subscribed to get my latest videos. And visit my website to read the full blog and access free planners, templates, and cheat sheets that will help you translate your unique expertise into thought-leading content that transforms your audience and builds your business. Bye for now.